What's going on, guys? I'm Steve. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. If it's your first time stopping by the channel, hit that subscribe button. Trust me, you won't regret it. If you're a returning subscriber, as always, guys, welcome back, and I do appreciate the support. Guys, I want to talk about a story I covered a week ago, and was, remaining vigilant and giving you guys coverage as it breaks. And the story I'm talking about, it's a story pertaining to what happened to this young lady. May she rest in peace. Ladies and gentlemen, this young lady that you see up here is Jacqueline Torres. And she's from New Britain, Connecticut. Shout out New Britain. And this is the young lady, if you guys been following me, was found in the storage bin behind an abandoned building after she was moved from her original house by these three people. Her mother's ex-boyfriend, the mother, and then the mother's sister, who was the aunt of Jacqueline Torres. All three of these people are locked up right now. And court documents have come out, and more information has come out to how she wound up being on the news. You know, this young lady right here lost her life because of neglected, selfish people that were around her. And here's the newest information, that has come out, and it's absolutely horrible. I would show these people the full length of the sword. Check this out.
Back to that top story now. Stratford police are investigating after they say a man murdered his girlfriend at an elderly housing complex. Our colleague, NBC Connecticut's Jennifer Cuevas, joins us live from Stratford with the late-breaking details. Jen.
Hey there, Amber. Yeah, so I'm here in that elderly housing project here in Stratford, and that incident actually happened right in this building here behind me, 86 to be exact. Now, I spoke with the neighbor who lived above the victim. She described her as a nice and kind lady. She says it's a shame the way that her neighbor lost her life in such a tragic way. Francisco Rodriguez, a neighbor of the family involved in Monday's homicide, saying him and her fought a lot all week. One time we even had to call the police because he hit her. According to Stratford police, the suspect, 67-year-old Stanley Mulvey, called police Monday evening, stating he had stabbed his 62-year-old girlfriend. Police say they found Mulvey on top of the victim. Both were covered in blood. As a woman herself, Rodriguez is saddened by the news. She says the victim was a sweet lady. According to the Connecticut Coalition Against Domestic Violence, the state has averaged 14 intimate partner homicides annually over the past 10 years. Plus, in fiscal year 2023, the organization helped 36,992 survivors, and in 2024, they helped 37,598 survivors. That's an increase of 606 survivors from one year to the next.
The individual that did lose her life in Stratford is so horrific. There are no words to describe what happened.
Deborah Greenwood is the CEO and president at Bridgeport Center for Family Justice. They're one of the 18 agencies under the umbrella of the state's Coalition Against Domestic Violence.
For agencies like ours, every day we are looking at supporting individuals that are being affected, not just physically, but also emotionally, financially.
She adds, unfortunately, national trends show domestic violence will continue to rise amid the post-pandemic era.
Keeping in mind that coming out of a global pandemic, so many individuals were sheltering at home with the abusive partner. We're seeing a lot of children. We're seeing infants. We're seeing teens. We're seeing the age bracket, not any particular order that I just mentioned, but domestic violence affects anyone of any age.
Now, the suspect is known to the police department. Police say he was arrested earlier this year, also for domestic violence that happened in May. He is expected to be arraigned tomorrow at Bridgeport Superior Court. Reporting live in Stratford, Jennifer Cuevas, NBC Connecticut News. Back to you, Amber.
All right, Jen, thank you for that update. Well, it's been more than a week since authorities confirmed the remains of 11-year-old Jacqueline Torres-Garcia that were found in New Britain.
And now newly released court documents revealing more about the time leading up to her death. We do have to warn you, some of these details can be very troubling to hear. NBC Connecticut's Matt Austin joins us live in studio with the latest. Matt?
Yeah, so Amber and Kevin, we got a hold of these search warrants connected to the case, and while the victim's name is redacted, their birth date and the details match those of Jacqueline Torres-Garcia. Following the death of Jacqueline Mimi Torres-Garcia, 3 people are charged in the case. Now search warrants have been released linked to Mimi's mother, Carla Garcia, and the girl's aunt, Jacqueline Garcia. In the application to search the mother's phone, investigators revealed Carla Garcia had done 2 interviews with New Britain police. She allegedly told them while living in Farmington, she and boyfriend, Jonathan Anita, starved Mimi before her death, and that the girl had previously been restrained as punishment for acting bad. Detectives say Garcia reported Anita eventually brought the body to the basement, and that, quote, Carla Garcia said the odor from redacted decaying body was so strong they had to leave their residence in Farmington and stay with friends or at hotels. The family allegedly moved from Farmington in March of this year. At some point, police say an anonymous tipster reported Anita picked up a toad in a cemetery, possibly with a body, and left the bag behind at an abandoned property in New Britain, where the girl's remains were found earlier this month.
Not a lot of money for gone.
In the warrant for the girl's aunt, detectives say Jacqueline Garcia told them she saw the abuse and neglected the girl and took a picture of her, adding, quote, Jacqueline Garcia also admitted that when she left the Farmington residence in mid-August of 2024, she knew that redacted was going to die. Now, in the warrant, the mother allegedly reported Mimi died on September 19th of 2024. That would have made her 11 years old, not 12, as police initially thought, and that was about 3 months after a court granted the mother sole custody of the girl. Amber and Kevin?
Matt, I know a lot of people are wondering this tonight. Do we know if Mimi ever tried to get away?
Now, according to at least one of the search warrants, yes, it was reported that she allegedly ran or at least tried to run away twice. She was stopped by family members and, in fact, was restrained and punished again, sadly.
Unbelievable. Matt Austin, thank you
Thanks,
so much
Matt.
for that. We appreciate that.
All right, guys, you've seen what happened to little Jacqueline Torres. She wasn't 12, she was 11, so she was killed before her birthday. You know what I'm saying? I cut myself shaving yet, excuse me. But I'm going to be honest with you, man. These motherfuckers right here need to be fried in fish grease, and that's real. You know, it's bad enough. Well, it takes a certain type of person to hurt a child willingly. But it's a whole different type of person that does this to their own child in the presence of other adults that do nothing and go right along with it. Now, the mother said she was being punished for being bad, so you denied her food. That's bullshit. I have never seen that ever in my life. I've never been denied food for anything I've did, and I was a little boy. You know what I'm saying? This makes no damn sense. And I want you to think about something. This is why I'm doing this story. This is why this type of shit breaks my heart. Every bite of food, your fat ass, this bum ass ex-boyfriend you got now who you ain't even with no more, and your felonious cousin, every bite that y'all took of food was one bite of food that could have saved the life of this child. But then again, your poor decisions is what got you in this position to where she had to suffer for your indiscretions as adult parents. I told you before, with this guy, and we'll start with him. This motherfucker's a bum. He is. You see, he was homeless when they arrested him. Sisters moved on. He ain't there. He charged with murder. The mother charged with murder. They zip tying this child so she can't even scratch an itch. You had her on pee pads in zip ties. You confined her to a corner in her room like she was something like a broken chair or something. A bad animal, a bad dog, somebody you didn't want. You starved your baby, your boyfriend helped you, and your aunt, your sister saw it and did nothing. She took pictures of the girl on the pee pad. That alone give you the death penalty. You seen something and didn't say nothing. Why? Because same demonic energy that affects all 3 of them. You know what I'm saying? Puts them in the same boat. They have bonds ranging from $5 million all the way to $1 million. Why do they have bonds? What you think about that? That tell you a lot about the justice system. They don't care about the viciousness or the cruelty of crimes to victims or people or victims' family that cared about this victim. Whether it's a child, an old person, woman, man, they don't care. They only care about money. How do you show somebody daylight, an ounce of daylight, or tell them they can make it to daylight if they come up with enough funds to free them? And then you'll come with more stipulations. How sick is that? Know what else is sick? We got motherfucking problems in this country where violence is overtaking everything and everybody. Yet we got a government shutdown right now, and motherfuckers don't give a damn if people lose their jobs, or people can't make ends meet, or people that work for the government, you know what I'm saying, get paid, because the ones at the top that's doing this getting paid. They don't care. You think about that shit. All this shit you see in politics nowadays, the government closed right now, and motherfuckers is just doing whatever they want. Selfishness, greed, and violence is what's overtaken everybody in this country. And this little girl had to pay for it. Why did you treat her like that? Says she tried to run away 2 times and was caught. She tried to escape imminent death. And for her trying to save her own life, you punished her by pushing her faster into the grave. I want you guys to go on the internet and look up the timeline of starvation. Said it took 2 weeks for her to die. Do you know how bad a shape she was in? They killed her and then put her in the basement because they didn't know what to do with her, where she stunk the whole house up. Then the sister started staying in motels, and so did the rest of the people, because it stank so bad in the house. Always a plan B, always a plan A, never a damn plan B. All gas, no motherfucking brakes. And you know what the justice system does? When they speeding, you know what I'm saying, to their own destruction, they throw a pillow up there. This will never make it to trial. They'll take deals. And it'll be a lot less punishment than what they put this 11-year-old girl through. And that's absolutely horrible to me. Could you imagine being stuck in a corner? The same people that you think love you and care for you are leaving you in there where you can't do anything. Now, I know they was giving her something to drink because she wouldn't have lasted 2 weeks without liquids. But I want you to think about that. Hunger hurts. It's painful. It's a slow, arduous, disgusting death. And you put this child through it. What was it? You had hate. That's hateful. What did you do? Have hate for her dad? Did she look like her father? Because a lot of times when people do something to kids, a lot of times it's because of what they have, or the hurt that they experience, or the hate they have for the other part of the baby. Half of that child was you. But you killed all of her being. You crushed her soul, crushed her spirit, until the body couldn't take no more. So what should be done to this type of person? Anybody out there, I ask you. Cruel crimes, violent crimes need punishments that match them. I'd wall these motherfuckers up. I'd wall them up. I'd put them in a wall somewhere, alive. It's fucked up that this type of stuff happens nowadays, where we have an abundance of food and programs that can help children if parents don't have money and all this other stuff. Could you imagine being little Jacqueline? Your stomach hurt. You feel nauseous. Your body's eating itself from the inside out, and you can smell food and people going in and out of the fucking refrigerator while you're in the room being punished to no extent. Sick. I'm done with it. I'm Stock Market Steve for the Dynamic Reason channel. As always, like, comment, share, and subscribe. I will see you in the next video. Take care. We need to change a lot of the stuff, you know, that people are doing out here by changing the punishment. I told you, you change the punishment, you'll damn sure change the people. See you in the next video. Take care.